everyone. I'm Joy.
I am Vampira, and uh, this show, which we're gonna talk about, we went into this show very blindly,
Yeah.
and we haven't thought that we will get this much fun from this series. So let's get into it.
Today we are gonna talk about Phantom Lawyer. I like that
Actually,
every episode they have a story to convey, and it is neatly wrapped.
Joy was the first one who wanted to watch this show,
Yeah.
and I thought maybe I should also give it a try, and I end up liking it. The intro was so catchy, by the way. It kind of reminded me of Taxi Driver.
Exactly.
Yeah, because both show title maybe have these two colors. Like even if you watch the posters of the show, they both have yellow and black color combo,
Yeah.
which Taxi Driver also had.
Yeah.
Then it also in the same structure as Taxi Driver, two episode per one case. Then both shows had Isom
Yeah.
as a prosecutor.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then in Taxi Driver, the people who were the victim who
Yeah.
used to approach deluxe taxi, where some of these people were about to unalive themselves. But in this show, the people who are approaching the our lawyer is unalive. So this show starts with our protagonist Yirang. He's a good guy. He's a lawyer. I mean, he has studied law, and now he's looking for a job in any prestigious law firm.
Yeah. He dreams to be a justice-driven lawyer, just like his dad. He's unable to find a job because his father is allegedly a disgraced prosecutor. Whenever he goes for interviews, without asking him much, they just cross him out.
Yeah, his father was known to be a corrupt prosecutor,
Yeah.
and we get that maybe his father unalive himself to get out of all that scandal. And brunt of this scandal came upon Yirang's family as well. They had their fair share of humiliation from the society as well because of his father's demise and all that corruption scandal. So right now Yirang also getting all this rejection from all of the prestigious firm because of that thing only. Even he applied at the firm which you will see most of in the show, Tebak, right? Yeah, Tebek.
Quebec.
Yeah. So he applies there as well, which I think he applied for to be Isom's assistant.
Yes.
Yeah, and Isom is there. Her name is shown to be Nayun.
Nah.
She's a top prosecutor in Tebek, but she also rejects him
Yeah.
by looking at as his CV. She get to know that he belongs to like
A
yeah, he's from
disgraced,
that.
yeah, he
Yeah.
comes from a disgraced family. I saw.
So Hiran gets very frustrated with all of this, and he thinks like maybe I should open my own business. His mother owns a butcher shop, and part of that property where his sister owns a restaurant, and the sister is married to a man. We will talk about this guy.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
His
let's
sister
call
is
him.
married and has a daughter.
Yeah, let's call brother-in-law. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the brother-in-law is a like part-time
He's a
helps
junior
her.
artist. Yeah.
He's a junior artist most of the time, but he's a part-time server, part-time the delivery man of the meat which his
Yeah.
Irang's mom,
He's
yeah,
multifunctional.
and then part-time manager of the Irang's office as
Yeah.
well. So Yirang wanted an office like where he can see the court from his window, and he gets the property in a very cheap rate.
Yeah.
And he goes to there, he liked that property, and he opens his practice. He's very adamant like, okay, I like this place, I will operate from here. But the thing he didn't know that this property or this office was belonged to once a shaman.
Which was
And
actually covered up. He had applied a wallpaper, that's why he couldn't figure out. But soon the wallpaper fell off. As soon
yeah,
as he entered, when he started his practice, the wallpaper fell off, and all that you will find that shaman's yellow notes all over the
talismans.
wall.
So the realtor knows about all of that. He played this gamble that he know that if he tried to sell this property to anyone, uh, they wouldn't buy it. But Yirang was very desperate for that, and realtor also had his mother's shop's lease as well. So what Yirang did was taken amount from his mother's security deposit and put it here. He didn't have a job, so where he will raise the money? So that's why he did that. So realtor kind of blackmail him as well, that I will tell your mom about it. So how Hiran get to know about this is like, it is his first day at this office. He just arrives and he sits there, and he found that the table which he was sitting on, it had a some essence holder.
Yeah, it had a drawer, and the drawer had that essence and essence holder. He just, out of curiosity, got it out and lit it.
No, he thought it was gift from realtor.
Okay, okay.
So he lit it, and we see the smoke arrives and it spread all of the room. And Yiran gets very drowsy and he sleeps. And then we see that it is a evening time now, and he wakes up and he found a person front of him. He thought it is a customer, but then he came to know that whoever that person is, it is floating.
Yes,
And the
he's levitating in air.
and he gets very petrified of this,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the ghost is also getting petrified of Yirang's
Yes,
reaction.
yes.
So most of the ghosts which came to Yirang, they have no recollection of their past life. So Yirang gets the help of a neighborhood father,
Yeah.
priest, and the priest tells him that if the entity gets to know about his or her name or birth date, they will remember everything.
And Irang asks him that, how do you know? And then it's a twist that he tells that I was a shaman previously. so so that's how he knows. So the father helps him in decoding the cases. So once the cases are decoded and they have to bid farewell to the ghost, the father helps him to bid farewell to the ghost, which you
Yes,
could see that they burn the yellow note, and this is how they
talisman.
happily go to their next journey.
So before Irang, there was shaman. See, people goes missing. So people from that family came to
This
shaman to
shaman, yeah,
found
the
any,
yeah,
yeah, to found any remedy on that.
yeah,
Then
yeah,
shaman used to make a talisman. He stick the talisman on the wall. So
wall
whichever ghost is came to Irang, it belongs to that talisman.
talisman. Yes, exactly.
No, the not the other all over the ghost
Yeah,
of
yeah, yeah.
from the world
Only
that's
the
coming to him.
ones
No.
whose talisman was stuck to the wall.
So we see this ghost came to him. But I have this question like, how he is getting paid from this?
How?
How he is getting paid
Paid,
from this?
yes, exactly. How is he managing to pull off those expenses like maintenance, rent, everything? Because see, the ghost can't pay them.
Yeah.
Even in the later episodes, you will see even Nayun has left Quebec and has joined him. How is going to pay Nayun?
See
I had that one question in my mind as well.
see the cases we have seen na, I'm pretty sure the two cases from them, they must have gotten the money. The
Uh,
scientist one,
yes,
and
and
then
the other one,
with the shoemaker.
shoemaker, because
Yeah.
those
Both.
two were rich,
Yeah. But otherwise I do not. And Nayun also left her job. I mean, she left her job. Then
and
how
she
did,
was also broke.
yeah, then how did they are managing their finances?
Exactly. I
Yeah.
had the same question.
Yeah. Then which was your favorite case from this series, Joy?
My favorite one was the idol singer one.
Oh, mine ones too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Then second one was shoemaker.
Mine also. My God.
Okay, and other one was, I think I did like his father's part as well. It was pretty like, it was, I guess, stretched to three, 4 episodes, 3 episodes,
Yeah.
3 episodes.
There was a one missed opportunity, by the way. I thought that Nayun's sister death was also very mysterious. I thought we're gonna see some
Yeah,
more
more.
about her case.
I thought there would be a link between Tebak's vice chairman and her accident, but they did not make it more complicated. As you said, it was a missed opportunity. They could have pulled this into a more spicy, or I would say meaty one.
Cause we see that the accident happened and the culprit goes out of the jail like maybe after 2 years. So maybe we're gonna see some part of that as well. But no, Nayan's episode was quite emotional. Like I still didn't get it. The sister stuck for all this year just because of she wanted a closure or what?
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't get
Actually, it
that
was
part.
like
I
her mom blamed her because it was Nayun who forced her elder sister to come at a concert. So her mom blamed her for her death. And her mom was crying, why her? And she also blamed herself for a while till the Irang and her sister case came up.
I mean, I get that, but see, Yirang's father stuck out cause something bad happened to him, like the corruption and all, the blame game. But Nayun's sister was she just stuck there for that closure thing. So I found it little bit weird there. So our favorite cases, K-pop rookie one and the
Yeah,
shoemaker one. The shoemaker one gave me in a Buffy movie vibes, by the
yeah.
way. Burfi. Yeah. And I feel bad for the granny. All this year she thought she was a second choice, but that guy loved her all along.
It was a twist in the later part that you find out that she blamed herself all these years because she thought she
Yeah.
was the reason the other lady got killed. Can you
And
imagine her entire married life? If she had figured out that okay, no, she's alive,
yeah,
then their married life would have been much better, and she wouldn't, have you know, I would say invested her life in a very different path.
I mean, all this time her husband had loved her, cherished her.
But
Back
she
of
was,
her mind,
yeah,
she was thinking, I didn't deserve this. He's with me because I am the just one who left here, like with him. He couldn't go after that one girl. That's why I'm here. I'm his consolation prize, not knowing she was the most rare prize for him.
yeah.
Yeah.
So there was
Uh,
this misunderstanding. Also, see, there were concerns here. First, that she thought she was not his love. Second, she also guilted herself that means she's the reason because the other girl died.
yeah.
So there were these two things that were burdening her. If he had cleared it itself, or she would have confronted them, then it would saved her a lot of emotional trauma. The second one, the lady wasn't dead.
Hmm.
So she's somewhere living a different life. She opened his
Restaurant,
food shop,
food shop. Yeah.
and living there. So
Also, her son wouldn't even find out in
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
years
That
that
the food that he eating at the restaurant, it is his mother.
at least this granny got the answer.
Yeah.
But these two, I mean, that woman
Even in the
knows.
end, she did not reveal that
Yeah,
she's his
she's his
mother.
mother. I feel bad for that. My God. Then the first case, na, that gang member turn good guy.
Yeah.
So I thought that reason was quite absurd for that surgery. Cause
Okay.
he was just snoring. That's why he was getting that surgery.
Yeah, actually, his daughter told him that please do something. I am unable to sleep because of your snoring. She requested it, and he loved his daughter a lot. So he thought, okay, I should go ahead with it. And this accident happened during
Yeah.
the surgery. He passed away. His daughter thought that because of her request, her father is dead.
Yeah, I will tell you. See, I live with my parents. My mom snore like a tractor.
Okay.
Not no. The whole bed vibrate because of that her snoring. Yes. But we don't do that. I mean, if you see it in the show, that daughter had a different bedroom.
Okay.
When she had that stomach ache, or
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
mother,
yeah,
yeah, the mother used to give her food out of the door. She had a separate bedroom, not like they were sleeping in a same setting and all. Maybe they should have make the reason different, like he had some issues near this
yeah, yeah, yeah,
windpipe or something. Yeah, then that would have been better. But they wanted to show that daughter's part in it as well. Or maybe they could have shown it like that the father is scared of the surgeries, but he had some issues in windpipe and he can ignore it. but it will be become dangerous in
in the
maybe he will
later
get old.
path of, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So the daughter kind of convince him, no papa, go through that, you will be fine. And then he gets killed there. So
Oh,
his fear actually becomes real, and now the daughter is kind of feeling guilty. So they could have shown that reason as well, but because of that snoring thing, I found that reason quite absurd. Then let's come to our second lead in this. Initial episode, I thought he was some psychopath, the
okay.
way he was looking and all. But one thing I knew, that he had attachment to Nayon.
Yeah, Yang Do Kyung, yeah, Yang Do Kyung.
Yeah, Yang Do Kyun. First, I thought, what if he was the one who did the accident thing to Nayun's sister? But we see that no, he's just a kind of spoiled brat.
He has father issues.
Yeah, he has a father issues. The father kind of distrust him, and he thinks like he's not capable.
You know,
Yeah,
he's incapable of managing payback,
yeah,
and that's why he keeps track of everything. Like, he has hidden cameras, microphones everywhere, so he tracks his dad and wants to know about his whereabouts and what is he doing and everything.
yes. And he likes Nayun.
Yeah,
And
but
if
he
he
has not revealed it anywhere. We have sensed it that he does, but he has never professed it.
and if you watch the initial episode, he and Nayun are quite mirroring each other. They are on same wavelength. See, Nayun's parent side is quite difficult, like dysfunctional as well, cause since her sister died, the mother blamed Nayun, and because of that, Nayun got guilt. Nayun wanted to become a K-pop singer, and her sister wanted to become a lawyer.
Yeah.
But because of her sister died, so she adopts her sister's dreams. She carries her sister's diary with her, and she completes each goal from that diary. So because of that, she stay away from her parents as well, because she can't forget what her mother said, the blame her mother put on her for her sister's death. So because of that, maybe in initial series, Nayun and Dogyun were good with each other because they both had this background. But then Yirang came into the equation. He came from a very loving family.
Yeah.
Everybody in family, like all of these people, cherish each other very much.
Yes.
They love each other. Because of that, Yirang has this personality or warmth which will attract anyone.
Anybody.
Yeah. And
Even his brother-in-law. I should specifically mention that.
he was MVP of this show.
Yeah.
He did everything. He was like,
I haven't seen any K dramas where the brother-in-laws are so connected and so warm with each other.
yeah. And he helps Hirang and Nayun in later episode in every cases the way
Yeah.
he can. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Nayun in initial episode, Nayun and Girang were
Yeah.
always in crosshead with each other. But in one of the incident, he saved Nayun, and there was one proof which both of the parties wanted.
Yeah.
Nayun want to destroy it, Yirang want to acquire it
Yeah.
to win the case. And when Yirang saved Nayun from incident, Nayun was about to destroy that evidence because Yirang gets injured by that incident, and the proof was there in front of Nayun. And Nayun can destroy it if she wanted, and she also took a bat to destroy it, but she didn't. And I like that they showed that she was about to destroy it,
Hmm.
because if she didn't na, then she will be like this whatever female leads we see normally. But no, she was ready to do it, but then she didn't. And as the case by case, Nayun and Yirang always gets meet in different circumstances. Whenever Yirang gets possessed and he does some antics, Nayun always looks at very comically at him, like what is he doing actually.
Yes, yes. In the earlier episode, she didn't figure out that he gets possessed. It's only when she joins his firm she figures that out.
Yeah, even maybe before the sister case happened, before the joining or after the joining.
It was, I suppose, after the joining.
I think it was before the joining. I mean, she leave the tabak and she's searching for a job maybe. So how does Hirang get possessed by this spirit? When the
Experiences extreme emotions, they can possess Iram.
Yeah, and the remedy on this is that if Hirang get like drenched in water droplets, the spirit can leave him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In
So
in my opinion, instead of the water droplets being splashed on his face, it could have been a smack as well, or a
yeah,
pinch.
yeah. When Nayun becomes Hirang's partner, as in professional partner, she always carry like a water bottle with her. So whenever he will get possessed, she can take
He,
him out of the position.
splashes water droplets on his face.
Also, she gives him a locket which have her number. So if he gets possessed and he's out of her reach, then anyone can call her.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
But the thing is, his locket is inside his suit, and
yeah,
he's always covered up with tie, jacket, and stuff.
yeah,
So somebody has to,
yeah. Had to undo his button. Like
yeah, yeah,
how did yeah. See, people who have allergies, na, they also have the same thing. They have this maybe locket. They have this bracelet kind of thing. The persons who have certain allergies, because some people have medicinal allergy as well. So they have this bracelet, or sometimes they wear chain and all. But yeah, you say the same thing. Like he's like covered up all over here. So how does people gonna know there is locket inside
okay,
of that?
okay. But in when met with an accident.
Yeah, because doctors, I said na, doctors check the bracelet and this
Yeah, yeah,
chain first. Yeah, if this person have any allergy or not. Then let's talk about now Nayun and Irang. So I like their chemistry.
but I didn't find any. I mean, this was a non-romantic show.
Yeah,
Maybe it was a slow burn romance, but
yeah,
I didn't
it was slow
quite
burn
like
Remo.
that chemistry.
You didn't like their chemistry or
I
didn't?
didn't find much chemistry in them. I found more chemistry between Nayun and Dokyung.
Wow, really?
Yeah,
Okay, like
yeah,
can you
yeah.
elaborate?
They were for some odd reasons. I felt that Dokyung really liked her and he cared for her. So he would have been a better suitor for her, given except from the part that he could do anything to make his father trust him, and that he should have some morals. If not, I mean, that's why I see, if he had all these characters, like he had morals, conscience, and he wanted, okay, my dad did wrong, so he should go behind bars. If he had that kind of attitude, then I think he would have been 100% suitable for Nayu.
Uh, See,
Shin Nirang had all the qualities, like he was good, he was warm, he was justice driven, he was a good prosecutor, his family was nice and stuff. So, okay. But chemistry wise, I didn't think that they had much chemistry.
I will support you in this sentence. The chemistry part. I mean, it was good. I like that chemistry, but it was very slow one.
Yeah.
You didn't feel passion that much.
Yeah, yeah,
But that's the part of the thriller setting. It is a slow burn. Maybe if
yeah,
the season 2 come, and if come, I'm gonna watch it. So
yeah.
maybe we can find more about the relationship in there.
Okay, okay.
Also, her choosing Hirang, see opposite attracts.
Yes.
She was so cold, like very ice lady type. His warmth kind of melted her.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why she like him. And
They became close post her sisters came a
yeah,
case.
yeah. And also I like this thing they do, like they go to the sushi bar.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I like those dates of them, the sushi bar thing. Also that scene I talked to you about, we were on a call about this show. So Yirang sits here on the table, and then Nayu's table is here, and Yirang's PC's wires, like computer wires, are kinda messily out of his table, like I mean the all the wires of the PC are kind of messy, and whenever he gets up from the table his leg get struck in those wires,
Yeah.
and Nayun sees this. So what she does, that inside of the table she put like holders,
Yeah.
So wires can goes there, and she does that for him. She go personally and put that hooks there. And then you have seen, okay, no, people gonna curse me, but when have you seen a girl do this? I mean, of course, woman does all the thing for man. Okay, yeah, they do a lot, but
Yeah.
this gesture we see mostly guys gesture when the sorry guys gesture when if the female lead uh, gets down under the table for picking up something and she was about to put her head up, or
Yeah.
her head can bang the table, so the
Yeah.
guy always puts hand between the table and her head.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this,
Yeah.
yeah, so these kinds of gestures are, we have seen male lead do that, but
Yeah.
here female lead does this thing because he's having this problem, let me solve it. So I found it very refreshing that.
Correct.
So I like that part. Like more power to her, like doing that for her guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
whenever fight comes, she wasn't like some damsel in distress. She
Exactly.
tried to fight whatever came in her hand.
She was
So
very strong,
yeah,
opinionated, and after 3 4 episodes, she became morally aligned.
yeah. And even physical fight scene we can see. Of course, she can't put up that much with all of the gang
Yeah.
members,
Yeah.
but she was doing anything she can in
Yes.
that fight. So
She
there
was
was that.
smart. She was intelligent,
Yeah.
focused.
Maybe, see, I really want a second season of this show so we can, the
Yes,
whatever
actually,
is
I would
remaining
love to see
here.
the second part if they are trying to bring it up.
Yeah, so these characters can get more fleshed out, whatever maybe
Yes.
your. And we didn't get any input on Dong Gyun, right?
Yeah.
Like in the end scene he was shown to be in his father's cabin, but that's it. What about him now? Like, of course he is a CEO now, but like, are we gonna see a revenge arc for him? So if the second season come, maybe we can find the answer about it.
I hope he does not seek revenge because he should understand that
Yeah.
it was his father's misdoings that
Yeah.
got his father in the prison.
Also, he didn't give the recorder to his father. That means he was planning something else as well.
See, I think he was confused and he was contemplating his decision.
Yeah. Also, I like that safe thing where
Yeah,
he
yeah,
keeps the
yeah. He
recorder.
had a
That
Tayback
I,
building and he had a
yeah,
password to it. It was very unique,
yeah, very Bond
innovative.
villain type thing actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did we left in the show now? Oh, we didn't. Oh, sorry, we didn't know about the shaman. Like, what happened to him?
Actually, he was abducted by his father only, Tayback's chairman.
I know that, but like, he didn't came back to his
Yeah,
office
his
again.
part is not shown. Is he still there? He has been released and settled somewhere else. I
Maybe
don't
like
think now that someone who has been abducted and harassed like this, he will come again, at least in this area or this town.
this person deals with spirit. He got mortified by living human.
Yeah.
I think we cover everything about it.
How would you
Uh,
rate it out of 10? How much would you rate it?
uh, Rating, I will say 7.5.
Likewise.
Yeah. So, guys, we're gonna do this thing. So, in end of the 2026, we're gonna run like a top 10. All the
Yeah.
shows we have covered on this podcast, not the separate watch list one, but the one we have buddy watch. So, we're gonna put them
Yeah.
in these categories like top 10, maybe the best performance we like, best chemistry we like, whatever it is. So, there is a one surety Spring Fever is going in this top 10 thing now.
I'd say.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, guys, that's it for today. We talk about Phantom Lawyer. It is on a wiki. It had 16 episodes. It had little bit horror. It had a comedy which lands very well. The intro is very catching, and the chemistry of lead is fine. You can give it a try. It is a watchable. Just go into it, and then maybe came here and hear our opinions on the show as well.
See you next time, and please let us know that how did you like this episode. We would love to get feedback from you.
Yes. Peace out.
Thank you.